intuitive by the time you...
Yeah, intuitive's the word, for sure. Because you do, you just, you learn it straight up.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, once you've shot your quota of magpie geese, you're well and truly
in sync with it.
In sync with it, definitely. Are we live yet? We don't know. Oh, well, we're still talking. 1 minute till you're live. LOL. Apparently we're live now. Well, this is good. It's been a while, gents. Welcome. Yep. NIOA TV live stream live for November 2023. Where is the time going? We're almost at the end. It's almost Christmas.
Yep, it is.
4 weeks. 5 weeks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NIOA TV. We hope to see you. Just give us a call out in the comments. Let us know that you're online. Don't forget, this is your show, okay? Chris Martin is here. Yes, Josh, welcome. Tell me, it's been a while, but tell you what, we've got the team back together again. We have got the technical team. We have got Digital ELEY back. Everybody give her a round of applause. She's back. She broke about 25 bones in her ankle.
It's a miracle she can still walk.
Playing netball. But she's back. She's recovered. And she's pushing the buttons. As always, tonight we've got Digital Josh. Give him a round of applause. Woo! Crowd's gone wild once again. And this is the first time Digital Josh, Brad's #1 fan, is on. Hi, Brad. I'm your big...
That's your wife, isn't it, mate?
Probably not. Probably not. Anyway.
Well, welcome, Brad.
You're mine as well, trust me.
Welcome, Brad's #1 fan. It's great to have you on tonight. Fantastic. And of course, look, without any further ado, I've got to say...
I've got an idea who that could be, actually.
I've got to say, this is the first time Digital Josh is pushing the buttons as a married man.
Oh, congratulations.
Which as all the married men out there will understand, he's got to be home early tonight, okay? So we've got to cut this thing off at 8 o'clock. But welcome. And of course, as always, would you please welcome for Movember, Keith Magnum P.I. Grundy. Hey, looking good, mate?
Thanks, mate.
Raising a bit of money?
Getting there, yeah.
Getting there,
absolutely.
It's all good. And of course, how can we forget the GM of sporting, the one, the only, please give it up for the irrepressible Brad Johnson.
Oh,
yeah. Hey,
thank you. That's the nicest thing you've said about me today.
Go. Hey, mate, we're trying to pump your tires.
Thank you.
All right, so look, welcome everybody. It's great to have you on board. We've got a big show planned tonight. Lots of product, lots of things to talk about. But there's a few things that we want to talk about first, and before we actually start the night, is that you guys may have seen some videos. Let us know if you've seen these videos. There was the Leopold video with the Leopold, and there was our recent magpie geese shoot that we did up in the Northern Territory. Now look, there's been some rumours going around, circulating around at work, that the sporting department isn't really doing work when they're going up doing this sort of thing.
I think the marketing department got thrown into that as well.
Marketing department might have been... But could I just say that all those videos, make sure you watch those videos. We're working there.
Oh, we were.
Okay.
It was hard yakka.
It was hard yakka.
Yep.
You think we like doing this? We don't, okay? But we have to because it's the job. So, but we've got a couple of videos there. Digital ELEY will put the links for that. Make sure you check out the lure pole video. Again, those loopholes, you can take them anywhere.
Hey? Do anything. We're just about proving we can do anything.
All right, we Cerakoted it up. We took it up to the Arafura Sea. We dropped it in the ocean. How far did we go down?
We went down to about 40 metres.
40 metres.
120 feet?
Yeah, so, and not a drop of water in them.
No.
And we also hooked up, so it was pretty cool.
It was.
And we also did the magpie geese shoot, and we used the Bushmeisters.
Correct, yeah.
If you haven't used a Bushmeister or haven't got a Bushmeister, get one, because we road tested these, we field tested these, and they were flawless.
Worked well.
Yeah, worked really well. So I think, Keithy, you had the camo.
I had the camo.
I had the traditional walnut. And
synthetic for me.
Brad had the synthetic. So make sure you check out those videos. Not right now, obviously, because it's live stream. And don't forget, this is your show. Digital ELEY, have we got people coming on?
Sure do.
All right. How many? 3?
25.
Woohoo! Fantastic. Well, welcome. Listen, we've got a big prize. Well, no, we don't tonight. We don't have a big prize. We've got a decent prize.
Yeah, we have.
What do we got?
Yeah, I'll bring them out if you like.
Give us a look.
So we've got the, that's the Camelback insulated.
The Bushnell Camelback. Yep.
Cap, Barrett cap, Springfield Armory cap.
Yep. So we've got 2 caps, a Camelback cup,
and the Camelback Bushnell backpack.
Okay, so this is
Now
actually
these aren't separate prizes.
this is
one prize
one
pack.
big pack to give away
That's
tonight.
right.
So we've got the Black Hawk backpack with the Camelback and 2 hats.
Well done.
that was a mouthful.
Mouthful.
Well
It
done.
was. So anyway, we're going to give those away later tonight. So Chris is asking, can he get a job with NIOA? Andrew McCarthy believes we were working. Yeah, thousands wouldn't. Yeah,
We fooled some of them. Thanks, Andrew.
So we're going to give that away tonight, and we're giving it away if you ask the best questions. Okay, so we've got Digital Emily. Just double checking that we're not giving away, presents, prizes to people that have already asked questions before. But tonight we've got quite the big show, and we're going to start off talking about Springfield, Brad.
Yeah, look, the whole show we're going to base on a lot of new products that just arrived. Stuff that you guys probably haven't seen yet, new to the market in Australia. So we will kick off with the Springfields now. Brand new. They were released, I believe, in the US July. We got plenty on order. They've just arrived in the last 3 weeks. Now, they are Turkish made. Like I've said before, they, the quality that comes out of Turkey these days is phenomenal. It really is. And you can look at the quality of these 2 firearms right here now. Like the wood to metal fit, the machining tolerances, they're all fantastic. Now, they come from Springfield Armory. Now, Springfield Armory would not put their name on something that wasn't quality. That's what I can tell you. So they're very particular about what they do. And these are the latest addition to the Springfield line. So there's 6 models in the 2020 rimfire, all in 22 LR. So there's the black heavy barrel varmint. There's another varmint like that in the sage green stock. And then there's 4 classic models in the walnut. Now, they're all fantastic. In the 4 classic models, there's 4 different grades of Turkish walnut. There's the Select, which is your entry-level one, which is, they take a Remington 700 patent trigger. So these triggers are adjustable. Keithy's done a lot of playing with these guns in the range, and I'll let him go through a bit more of the technical aspects of it. But you can buy any aftermarket Rem 700 trigger off the shelf, whether it be Timney, Trigger Tech, Jewel, any of those, they will actually fit in these rifles. So you can put a Calvin Elite in there if you want, get it down to 4 ounces. So that's the beautiful thing about these Springfields. I guess one of the things, Brad, before Keithy gets into the technical side is, are these available now? They are available now.
Okay.
All 6 models. We have them all in stock. They're out in the dealer's shelves. If they're not, ask them to get one so you can look at it. But these are going to be a real game changer, a real fantastic little rifle.
The thing that I like about it too is, they've covered sort of both markets. You've got the real, target sort of, varmint, sort of thing. It's this fantastic, but you've also got the traditional.
Correct.
It's really,
And walnut's really making a comeback. A lot of people really like that traditional walnut feel. So I'll be honest, it surprised me how many walnut models we actually pre-sold. I thought it'd be the black varmint for sure. But no, these have really held up their end of the bargain.
And could I just say before we get into that, just a big hello to Biggest Thickest. It's nice to see you online, mate.
Get on, you biggest.
He's got a question. Do they make them in 2506? What?
I can't see because that
There's a love heart. What's the love heart doing there, Digital Emily?
But
Can you scroll that or not?
no biggest 22 LR only for now.
22 LR. Yeah, of course. And of course, big shout out to Gozman. He says he hates changes. He really misses the 2 old buggers. They made him laugh. Well, yeah, they made us laugh too, Gozman, but they're now retired. So Bushy's out doing what retired people do. He's probably at home, I don't know, watching Wheel of Fortune, eating a little tin of barley sugar or something like that. Who knows? Or, complaining about how loud the volume on his TV is. I don't know. That's probably what he's up to. So, we miss him. But, hey.
We see him often enough.
We've got the 18 right here.
That's right. Yeah. But anyway, look, Keith's done a fair bit of work with these. So what's your thoughts, Keith, on these?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm a big fan of this. I'm a bit of a classic rifle sort of guy. The timber in this, I mean, look, it's personal preference, but that's a nice piece of timber. But some of the AAAs that I've seen are real mind blowers. Like that's a nice, pretty rifle, but some of them are absolute rippers. Really classic, fine checkering on the forend and on the pistol grip. Nice swept back pistol grip. Like Brad said, the trigger in these, even straight out of the box, it's a ripper of a trigger. Really, really broad feel to it. One thing, and unfortunately with YouTube, we're not allowed to handle these rifles, but if I can just take your attention to this little guy here. So they've adopted a 10-shot rotary magazine, which has been in the firearm game for a long, long time in some very, very popular rifles. And I've never actually seen it feed so well as it does in these Springfield 2020 rimfires. It is an absolute ripper. So that gives it a nice flat platform on the bottom of this rifle. And for this varmint or target style of rifle, it's got that nice flat platform, high elevated cheek piece. So when you do put these big optics on there, you're up at the right level.
Yeah. Where
this classic is more streamlined, more designed for your lower profile of scope. Picatinny rail is something that they're all included with, but you can change that and go for a standard type base with a traditional type ring set. Slim profile of barrel on the hunting rifle there, where the varmint rifle has a heavier profile of barrel. It's also got a little 1/2x28 muzzle thread on there, so that you can put your muzzle brakes or bloop tubes, balancers, whatever you wanted to do on there.
I don't know if Brad mentioned it, but it comes in 2 colours, this one.
I did sage.
Yeah, the sage.
Black and sage.
Yeah, it's like for those that don't know sage, it's just basically a lighter green. It's a pretty cool looking stock as well.
Not white?
No, it's not white.
It's not white. It's far from white.
Yeah. We showed one to Brad. He goes, "Oh, that's white." No, it's sage. So we've got.
I need to get my eyes checked. Sorry.
Aidan asks, any plans for a 22 WMR in the future?
I think it's on the drawing board. Yeah, I had. We had meetings with the guys, and nothing's off, but nothing's in concrete yet. But I assume that's probably the next step, and then maybe a 17 HMR as well. But that's the next step, I would think. Yeah.
Yeah. Sergio's asking, how much does it weigh?
That's a good question. I haven't actually put it on the scales to see what it weighs.
I think it's about £7. The varmint one, sorry.
Yep.
The varmint one's about £7. Yeah.
And Boxic is asking, is it the same mag as Ruger use?
Correct. It is. Yep. So it's the same mag as Ruger's, so it will take any of the larger magazines. There's Lucky 13s, there's a few around, larger capacity magazines. The beauty of this 10-shot, of course, it fits nice and flush with the stock. But yeah, look, this rifle's got some legs. It's a unique action design. It feeds just beautifully. So it cocks wonderfully. They'd be mad not to bring this out in a WMR or a 17 HMR.
Exactly. Well, who knows what they'll do in the future, but because of the action and how smooth that action is, it's going to be really suited to a PRS or an NRL 22 application, because where time is the essence, it just cycles so quickly. It is fantastic. Look, another good thing that we haven't brought up and shown here, but they come in a box, but they come in a Springfield Armory gun bag as well.
Yeah, right.
From the factory. So there's another $50 worth of value.
So don't forget, these are available now. Go and see your local dealer. Have a chat to them. Try it, feel, all that sort of stuff. I think you'll be really impressed.
For sure.
And you'll be certainly impressed by how they shoot. They're certainly really, I think they're great. So yeah. Now we've got Sergio asking, come with a carbon fibre barrel. Well, it's interesting that you should say this, Sergio, because we're probably going to cut to the next.
I think Sergio's asking whether these come in a carbon fibre barrel.
Oh, he's not asking about the next ones?
No.
Okay.
Not at this stage.
Not at this stage, Sergio. Look, same deal. Who knows what's going to happen in the future?
Yeah.
This is their first foray. This is the first entry into it. I got no doubt. Springfield are a progressive company, so there'll always be something new around the corner.
Yeah. So that moves us on from the model 2020 rimfire. And if Digital Josh has got a picture up there, we're going to start talking about the model 2020 Redline. So, you start talking carbon fibre barrels, especially carbon fibre wrap barrels. Welcome to the model 2020 Redline. This is a very versatile rifle. And Brad, Keithy, take us through it.
Well, I'm a massive fan of this. I'm a sucker for a lightweight, accurate rifle. And we've seen in the 2020 waypoints the performance that these things put out.
They've been hugely successful.
Yeah.
Hugely.
They guarantee a 3/4 MOA guarantee with these things, which is pretty impressive in itself. But majority of rifles that we've had to play with shoot considerably less than that.
Exactly.
These guys in a Greybow stock, little bubble level at the back here, just in front of your eye. Still use the same platform as the 2020 Waypoint, so they use that ACIS type magazine, but they've made it nice and flush fitting, so that it carries well on a sling. Super lightweight. I think this 16-inch comes in at somewhere around just under 3 kilo.
Yeah, so £6 for the 16-inch one, £6 4 ounces for the 20-inch version. But these are Greybow Trekker stocks. Now, they're 28 ounces. That's 800 grams. That's all the stock weighs is 800 grams. So if you were hiking up and down mountains all day chasing that elusive sambar, these are the guns you'd want to be carrying.
I got to be honest, you had a burger bigger than that, or certainly heavier than that tonight for dinner. So, yeah.
15 minutes. It didn't take you too long.
Not bad, not bad.
Hey, give me a break for 15 minutes.
Was it a good burger?
It was beautiful. No, but I shouldn't say, you all had the same.
Not the 800 gram version.
He likes to pick on you.
He does, that's all right.
Sorry, back to this.
Oh, okay, sorry. That's where we're up to. But also with these, they've got an adjustable length of pull system in here. So you've got quarter-inch spaces that you can include in there. I think length of pull on was about 13.5, but you can get it all the way out to 14.5 with the spaces. So, you know, whether you've got short arms, long arms, you can really build this rifle out to suit yourself.
Factory muzzle brake.
Radial brake, carbon wrap barrel, fluted bolt. All the features of the original 2020 we had, but just really cut down into a lighter rifle. 2 calibers only, 6.5 Creedmoor and 308.
And how many does the magazine hold?
3.
But we'll take the large capacity ACIS.
Correct, because they're interchangeable with any AICS mags. Yeah.
Okay, cool, very good. All right, well, listen, keep those questions coming through. We're certainly making note of it. It's good to see people on. We've still got people on Digital Emily watching. Oh, well, that's better than last lot.
Things are looking good.
Things are looking up. I'll tell you
right.
what, make sure you're going to be tuning into NIOA TV Livestream next month because we're giving away a few big prizes. As you know. So, listen, we might move these. Have we got a slide digital, Josh, to go up? Oh, someone says, are they REM 700 trigger also?
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So this receiver is a REM 700 clone, as many are these days. Cerakoted receiver as well, but definitely a REM 700 clone. So it'll accept all your REM 700 triggers.
And I see Andrew's question there. What good to what range? Look, it really doesn't matter. You know, however far you're looking at shooting. One of our commercial guys here. He got one of the very first ones, and it was shooting 3/4 MOA at 200 yards. So
pretty good.
Yeah, pretty impressive. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was pretty good for the commercial guy to shoot like that.
Yeah.
He's probably watching tonight.
He's
probably watching tonight. I apologise.
I'm going to have to see HR tomorrow. That's all right. Right, let's put up the slide. We're going to go to our next product. Like I said, we're moving through the products tonight, but of course, we talked about the model 2020 rimfires earlier, but I thought, what a great way to start talking about some of the ammunition. And when it comes to 22 ammunition, I tell you what, there's, I think ELEY is just synonymous with quality.
And accuracy, absolutely.
Accuracy. So here we are, ELEY ammunition.
Yes.
You
want me to kick it off?
Kick it off, mate, absolutely.
Look, ELEY rimfire ammo, we've been importing ELEY rimfire ammo now at least a decade. Look, this stuff is world renowned. A bit of history.
Well, I was going to say, Brad, just off the cuff, for example, do you know much history about ELEY?
Actually, not a lot. Only what I read today. But no, I know a little bit more than that.
Okay.
But look, ELEY founded 1828, Matthew.
I didn't know that, Brad.
Did Cheat GPT get that for you or not?
Cheat GPT? No, I got it.
Okay, right. Okay. Yeah, but look, 1828, they didn't start making 22 long rifle ammunition until 1860.
I didn't know that.
Thank you.
Wow.
Okay, can I continue?
I tell you what, it's just like watching Sale of the Century out there, isn't it, Levy? Hey, keep it going. No, this is fantastic.
Please continue.
Okay, I will. Look, they make a good range. ELEY Match is our #1 seller here in Australia. It's the most versatile ammunition they make. Shoots and everything. Sports are sort of lower price point, entry point with that. 10X obviously is their #1 cartridge. But there's other ones along the line. There's standard, there's club.
Yeah.
They do hunting rounds too. They do subsonic, they do high velocity hollow point, things like that. Pistol plus for the pistol shooters. There's a really broad range of ELEY ammunition. Look,
the stuff like the sport one, for example, that is more for the recreational shooter.
that
sort of stuff. It's a lot more I guess, cost efficient.
Yeah, a lot more cost effective compared to your match and your 10x.
Good economical option.
Exactly, but after this, I'll probably get Keith to talk a bit about barrels and harmonics and rimfire shooting. Keith is all over that, but why
it still performs very well.
Oh, it does. It does.
Hell yeah.
Why is it so accurate? Why have they had such a great name? In fact, ELEY 10x in 2012 at the London Olympics, they won 14 out of 18 shooting medals.
Sure, I should have tried harder.
Lift your game, Ellis.
Hey, that is pretty impressive. Isn't it?
Rob from ELEY, I do not endorse the comments that Matthew was saying.
That is really impressive.
It is impressive. Yeah. And since 1964, 131 shooting medals at the Olympics. So that is the go-to round for match shooters.
For all the Olympians.
It is the go. So look, we import a lot of it, and it's becoming ever more popular, that round. We're selling more and more of it every year. It's people are cottoning on to how good it is, how accurate it is, and it shoots just about in every rifle too. It's made to higher, tighter tolerances.
Premium components.
Correct. All that.
Sort of stuff.
All that. Another big thing that separates ELEY from other rimfire brands is that they're one of they're not one. They are the only rimfire cartridge that still dry primes their.
Take us through a dry prime versus a wet prime.
Look, I'm not a priming expert.
Right.
I can tell you, but I can tell you now that dry priming, and that's the catalyst for more consistent ignition.
Okay.
So, wet priming's a lot safer. Like priming things in itself is quite a dangerous
volatile stuff.
Very volatile stuff. Like wet priming's a lot safer, and the priming compound's wet when it goes into the cases. They put a mandrel down and they spin the case. They try and get the wet compound into that rim. Mm-hmm. Look, it works fine. It works really good. But ELEY, being that dry primer, they put the powder in, right? So it's a lot more movable. It's not as congealed. And when they spin that, they get a lot more even coating around that rim, which helps with more consistent ignition.
Yeah,
so
okay.
look, that's
what that consistent ignition means. If it's going to ignite the same way each time, that's still
correct.
Better accuracy
and less variance in velocities as well.
Gotcha.
So look, that's their real go-to production procedure, and yeah, it's fantastic, this ELEY stuff.
So Keith, obviously, ELEY's got so many different brands, all with different types of application. If you've got a rimfire, do rimfires just like a particular type, or would you recommend trying different things? Like, okay, I'm a new shooter. I want to get out. What do I do?
Well, my first step would be go to the gun shop and buy a variety of ammunition.
Okay.
Every rifle is a bit particular on certain ammunition, certain harmonics. I actually shot some of this ELEY match today, and the various batches vary in velocity by maybe 20, 30 feet per second, and it's marked on the batch.
Correct. And just to interrupt you there, so when we import ELEY 10x and match like that, we do get different batches. We get asked for different velocities all the time. So the velocity range can go from 1,004 to 1,070 feet per second, and that's what Keith's talking about. So certain rifles like a certain velocity.
Even shooting it through the same rifle from one packet to the other, you will see a change just with 20, 30 feet per second in velocity difference. But my little 22 loves their subsonic hollow point. It's not a real big fan of these higher end type match bullets, but it's each to their own, and you will find that most of those match fair income competition rifles will favour this 10x and the match. The lubrication on these favours them, the tighter chambers favours them. But our go-to in the range to prove a rifle's accuracy is generally the ELEY Club. And it's an economical bullet, and it just shoots incredibly well. So I'd say
that's mainly just used for like training and plinking.
Yeah, it's your plinking bullet, but yeah, look, if you were going to find the right bullet for your rifle, I'd say go out and buy a box of each. You might find you only burn 20 or 30 rounds out of one box and go, oh, that doesn't really suit it, but the next box works incredibly well.
Yeah, right.
So small differences make a huge difference to the performance in rifle, and that comes down to the harmonics, and there's a lot of technical jargon behind the harmonics and why your rifle shoots better with one and another. But yeah, I would suggest go out there, buy a packet of each, give it a whirl, see what your rifle favours.
Biggest Thickest asks, what feet per second is on the ELEY subs roughly?
ELEY subs are around about 1050 feet per second.
Okay.
So 1050 feet per second. Similar to these match bullets, they're just over the 1000 feet per second mark. Most of that sort of standard velocity gear is around about there.
Cool. And Liam Cook says, hey guys.
Hey, Liam.
G'day, Liam.
There you go, mate. Thanks for joining. Righto, that's ELEY. We done there? Mate, have you got any more interesting information about ELEY?
I saw a question there from Cal.
Oh, yeah.
ELEY matches was hard to get a little while ago. Has that improved? Yes, it has, Cal. I'll explain a little bit about that. During that COVID, when everything went crazy, supply was just impossible to get a lot of stuff. Demand went through the roof. There was a shortage on raw materials at one stage, so it was really hard to get. Look, we've ELEY have really worked hard to get back on top of production. The capacity is a lot better. We understand a lot more about some international freight now and a little bit of other things like that. So we've got orders forecasted for the next 12 months. So look, we've got match in stock now. While we haven't got some like 10X, I think we're out of, and possibly Sport, I think, and a few others. But there's another shipment about to leave England very shortly. So by January, when the season's about to kick off, we'll have everything back in stock again.
Awesome.
So I think what he's getting at, Cal, is zero your rifle to ELEY because you won't run out.
Correct.
There you go. Brad's number one fan says, I saw the magpie geese shooting video. Masterclass, lads. Just a quick question for Brad. How was the burger you had tonight? And how did you find the Bushmeister BAX12 from the magpie geese video?
Well, my burger was actually really good, I got to tell you.
It was a big burger.
Anyway, moving on from the burger, that was very good. The BX12, look,
pretty cool.
We were just talking about this before the show. Sort of autos phased out before I got into the industry, so I was never sort of had a lot of exposure to autos. So unrun overs mainly, but these are based off that Benelli model. Very auto in appearance and function. But yeah, it took me a little while to get the hang of it. But once I did, yeah, they point fantastic. They function well. They're just flawless. You know, we were mixing up ammo too.
Yeah,
we were throwing in.
Yeah, your Federal Speed Shop.
We were throwing in 3-inch with 2 3/4, and they never missed a beat. Really, never missed a beat. Look,
there was a lot of nervous magpie goose.
Well, there were. You know, it's no secret that I'm not a fantastic shot, but I held my own up there, so I was pretty happy.
I reckon you did pretty bloody good.
I was on fire. I was smashing.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's awesome. Rightio. Okay, well, gentlemen, that's ELEY done. So that's fantastic. Digital, Josh, have we got a slide to go up? We do. So we're going to talk now about the Frankford Arsenal FX10 progressive reloading press and case feeder. Now, we saw this, Brad, at SHOT Show this year.
Yeah, look, they actually released it at SHOT 2022.
That correct.
It's a funny one because of the shortage of primers and powders. You wouldn't think that they would have sold out of progressive presses, but they did. It really took the show by storm in 2022. We saw them again this year.
Yep.
We finally managed to get our first shipment about 2 or 3 months ago, and we just followed up with another one just recently. Look, these are fantastic. We've never really been in the progressive press market, I suppose, here. You know, Dylan has always had the name for progressive presses when it comes to reloading for shotguns. Yeah, but you know, Dylan's very popular here in Australia and around the world. But these are game changing. These ones, they're really solid. They come with a case feeder, a case actuated powder measure. Look, everything you need to get it going, except for
go on.
a shell plate and a set of dies. And primers and powder.
Yeah, well, you got to buy that.
You got to buy that. But look, the good thing about these, look, they'll do rifle calibers all the way up to 308. Look, so are your Dylans. These are just rock solid and sturdy.
High capacity?
I can't remember what the case feeder holds.
Okay.
But it's a 10-station tool head. So, you know, you have dual decapping systems in there, so you can be running 2 full-length sizing dies. It's they're a really good thing.
So it's adaptable to different calibers, offering all sorts of versatility for reloaders working, with just various types of ammo. So, it's just a really...
It's got LED light in it too, so you can see what you're doing.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
Hey, LED light. Hang on, we've got some more questions coming through. Back to ELEY. What's Lewis saying? I use SKLRM.
Long range match, yep.
What is a similar ELEY load?
Probably the high velocity hollow point.
Yeah, high velocity might be pushing it a little bit more than the
than the 1106.
Yep. But look, I would say that you're going to have to either of those three that we had previously had up would definitely be within the mark.
Yeah.
They're a little slower, so you might have to
about 1,070 you get most of the match at. So, yeah.
But they'll hold their own. I think as soon as you get over the high velocity, you've got that transonic transition, which is where they tend to play up at long range.
Yeah. Look, Lewis, he's probably using the long range match because he's probably shooting a bit of distance with maybe NRL or something like that, and that's what SK created that round for. And ELEY have been open and said that they're not really set up. Talking to them, like they've got a fantastic round and you can use it in NRL 22, but it's not their primary function for that round. That's why they don't make anything in that 1,100 feet per second round yet. So.
Liam's asking, what target rounds were you using in the promo video for the Bushmeister? So I used the
promo video.
I'm just assuming he's talking about the Magpie Geese shoot.
Okay,
if it's the Magpie Geese shoot video you're talking about, Liam, I used the ELEY Hawk VIP steel, and that's 2 3/4.
Correct.
And I can't remember the
BBs.
32 gram
BBs, but I can't remember the velocity.
I can't either. But I was using the Speed Shock Federals, 1450 feet per second, 3-inch. Matthew was too scared to use the 3-inch shells.
In a number 2.
Yeah, only because my shoulder wouldn't handle it. STI Custom, welcome. Good to see you online. Where's the Corbell flashbang, fellas?
Out the back. STI Custom. So we've got them.
We've got them.
If you're
actually, there's been a few. I've posted a few of those on social media this week, and they're good.
If your gun shop hasn't got them, tell them to jump online and order some. We've got them.
Yeah. And I've got to say, if you don't know what they are, have a look. Just do a bit of a Google search for them. There was some people on our socials, I think Digital M, that was saying, "Oh, what's going to happen if you shoot the lights?" Well, that's the great thing about it. They're actually in a parallel circuit, so that should you shoot a couple of the lights or accidentally hit them, the other ones keep working. So, it's got a little bit of longevity to it. You shoot it once, you're not going to lose the lot. That's pretty cool.
Shoot it twice, you might.
Shoot it twice. I'll tell you what, if you're shooting the flashbang, you need to recalibrate your scope or something like that. So, no, that's all cool.
Good stuff.
All right, so that's the Frankford Arsenal. We've got no questions about that one. Obviously, Brad, powder's still a bit of an issue.
Yeah, powder and primers, there's still an issue. We might talk about that later on.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah. But while we're doing that, Keith, could I get you to maybe drop down under the desk?
Yeah, sure.
and pick up our next product. I think we've got a slide up, Digital Josh. Awesome. Right.
Look at these.
Here we go. What have we got next? Oh.
Thank you, Matthew.
No problem, mate. Beautiful. Oh, hang on. Liam's saying from the NIOA TV Bushmaster ex-champion video 8 months ago. Listen, I can't quite remember. I thought we were using things like Alpha Max.
No. We were using Olympic Blues.
Yeah, Olympic Blues. And I think 1,300 feet per second is what Bushy worked out was about the boundary of that 28 gram shell.
Yeah. So, for example, your amber pinks. Not gonna push it back.
Yeah. It's the inertia system in that gun. It's not a gas operated system. It's inertia driven. So it requires some energy from the recoil to actually charge the inertia spring and cycle the gun. So 1350 feet per second, 28 gram shells will cycle it, no trouble. 1300s were sort of a little bit hit and miss, but anything lighter than your 1300 in the 1 ounce shell probably won't cycle the gun successfully.
Plenty of people, after they've put 1,000 rounds through it and the action frees up, they do cycle
drop it down a little bit. Yeah,
they cycle the target rounds a lot better. Yeah, they're a bit stiff and new when they come out of the box.
Yeah. Rightio. So what we're talking now, Brad, these are brand new in the Australian market. People might have seen our first generations of the eye-aimings, the smart thermal rifle scopes, and quite popular because they had their, this auto
One-shot
auto zero, with the scope. But now we've got these second generation models coming through, and we've got 3 variations to choose from. So let's start with the model eye-aiming 312 Pro.
I would love to do that, Matthew.
Thank you, Bradley.
Look, thermal, it's all the rage. Thermal's everything at the moment.
The biggest thing is it's got an original 612.
Mate, and he would love it. He says he loves it. No, they're a great thermal scope.
Yeah.
And the features you get on them for the money is pretty good compared to what's on the market at the moment.
Yeah.
Look, you would have seen our first generation eye-aimings, the IA 317, the 617, and the 612. So these, while they look different internally, there's not a lot of changes. We had a lot of feedback from people.
Yeah.
While other companies started to bring out more models and a few things like that, these sort of became the flavour. The big and bulky first generations, while good, just seem to be a little bit outdated. So, we've gone to eye-aiming. They've come back with these next 3 models in the scope footprint. So internally, all very similar to stuff that was in the market before. So 312s, this IA 312 Pro that I've got here right now, same sensors, resolutions, microns, same one-shot auto zero, 7 pallets, and I can't run them off the top of my head. It's hot green, hot red,
black,
all that, sepia, all that sort of stuff. So 7 pallets.
Sepia.
Sepia. Sepia. It's like, is that almond or almond?
Tomato.
Is it grey
I
or
don't
green?
know if my wife's watching, but she gets up here all the time about almond.
Hang on.
What else do you say?
Hang on a second. I like the fact that you think your wife's watching.
She's not, trust me. I'm watching. That's why I can say that. Anyway, if you are, I still think it's almond.
Shout out to Brad's wife.
I still think it's almond. But anyway, where were we with this? So all the same features as the 317, just in that new slimmer looking design. There's 2 other models, the 612. So the 612 Pro is the same as our old IA 612 biggest. It's got the same internals again with that 640 sensor, 12 micron pixels, everything, one-shot touch, everything again.
One big difference between the 312 and then these 2 here is the actual detection range.
Correct.
So you've got I think it's 1600 with the 312.
1800.
1800, and then it's 2600 with these 2.
Correct, and that's just down to the sensor quality inside. So, 384 to 640. But this is the same internals fairly well as the 612 that Biggest has, like I said, and many other people. We've sold quite a lot of these into the market before the new lot.
On your biggest, time for an upgrade, mate.
But there's something totally new now, and that's the new LRF, the 612 LRF, which is in front of Keith here now. So basically, it's the same internals as the 612 Pro here, but with a laser range finding function on top. So
Hence the LRF, laser range finder.
Correct.
Very good, Matthew.
Thank you.
Top of the class.
So that's a game changer for us, and we haven't had one with a laser range finding function before, but that's proven, believe it or not, since we released these beginning of the month, that's the one that's proven to be more popular.
Yeah.
A bit like the old walnut synthetic thing. People don't mind paying that extra money for what they get and what they want. You know what I mean?
It's feature packed.
Yep.
It is feature packed. And another thing it has a laser pointer in it too.
Yeah, take us through it, Keithy.
Yeah, well, the laser range pointer. Look, we've got the side button on this, which is the same as the previous models. One button, all your controls. On a conventional rifle scope, this would probably be your parallax adjustment here. But all of your controls are in there. One button, on and off. We've got a laser rangefinder button on the top here, and we've also got a laser pointer, which is controlled through the button on the top.
What would you use your laser pointer for?
Yeah, that is a good question. Look, we've been sort of working this out. What's your laser pointer for? When you're hunting with thermal, everything's dark. There's no spotlight, there's no headlights, there's no nothing like that. So the idea of this laser pointer would be to designate to someone who's retrieving the game that's been shot or something like that, that you can actually point and give them a physical light rather than thermal.
Yeah.
Of course, all your hunting companions around you can't see what's going on in this scope unless they're running their phone that's connected or iPad that's connected to the scope, and then they can pick your shots sort of thing. Couple of good features that I like about this scope. It is a plug-in to charge type arrangement, so it's got internal batteries, but it also has a nice, quick, easy to access battery on the top here. If it goes flat out in the field, your internal batteries, you can really easily just replace this battery on the top here and keep you going through the night. So look, much from its streamlined type rifle scope design, which I think is definitely an improvement on the previous models. I have used the previous models and they're just incredible. Like I'm not a thermal guru. I don't really know one from the other, but to come from the old school spotlighting into the thermal world, it's a game changer. It really is a game changer. Yeah. So they're having this slick design and a couple of new features with the laser rangefinder. I think, bloody ripper.
So a couple of things too to note, just so with like a fresh battery in there, 12 to 13 hours, depending on the actual model.
Yeah, so with that, there's two internal, I think they're 18650s and an 18500 is the external battery. To get that 13-hour battery life out of it, you've got to fully charge the whole unit.
Yeah.
Now, that can be a bit difficult when it's mounted on a scope because, how do you run cords into your safe, safe storage, that type of thing, unless you have it out and charge it while it's outside the safe. A lot of people don't have the time, and it's not safe to leave it on the kitchen table. You know what I mean? But charging time to charge the whole unit's about 5 hours. Look, the beautiful thing about the external battery is that you can just take that external battery out and whack it on charge and whack the gun and the scope in the safe, locked away, ready to go. Those two internal batteries will draw current from the external one. You won't get the 13-hour on time unless the whole unit's charged. That's all. But there's a few little features there suitable for everyone.
And the other cool little feature that I like too is the amount of different reticles that you can get.
Yeah, 10 different reticles.
10 different reticles. Yeah. So you just cycle through them and
one for everyone.
Yeah, pretty incredible. So there you go.
Questions?
Yes. Let's have a look here. Has a Wi-Fi connection?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. So it puts you through to the iPad or the iPhone.
Phone, yep. Look, there's an app in the App Store, iAiming. All these new models are on it. So you won't have any dramas connecting.
In fact, I think we don't have to give too much away, but we're actually going to be heading out very soon, probably next week sometime. We're gonna give these a bit of a run and hopefully put together a bit of a video. Which will sort of show you the process and how well they work and take you through it.
Yep. The price range for the LRF, you've caught me out there, Louis. I don't know, but very affordable.
Talk to your local dealer.
You talk to your local dealer, yeah. Very comparable with other models at the moment.
Thermals with this
with that amount of features,
what thermal has the best resolution? Well, I have to say the...
Out of these three, these two have the same sensor resolution, 640 by 512. Look, I'm a bit like Keith. I know a little bit, enough of thermals to get me.
Can I just say, you're nothing like Keith. Keith's far more cooler than you are.
I've got the Mo.
Okay, he's got the Mo. Look at him. Magnum PI. You haven't even given it a go.
Yeah, no, wait,
there's a little bit of... I don't know, what's that?
I don't know, I just got lazy, didn't I?
I don't know.
A bit of hamburger in it still. But yeah, the 612 is definitely the creme de la creme.
Exactly, and I don't think there's any competitors' models that have a greater sensor than that. I think 640 by 512 is the greatest sensor out there at the moment. So.
There you go. How does the LRF feature work? Does it adjust or designate holdover?
No, so from my understanding of it, all it's doing is it's giving you the distance that your target is at, and then you go into the one dial on the side here, set your distance, and that will give you the holdover. So once you've set this rifle scope or this thermal scope to your particular caliber, you can select from a whole table of bullet weights, bullet paths, calibers. And what you can select is, let's say you're hunting with a 308 rifle with a 150 grain projectile. You can select that in there. You can make your own bullet path as well. So it's something that you can customise. Once you change that range, it will automatically compensate for the distance.
It's pretty cool.
So the laser rangefinder is basically giving you that accurate distance without shedding light across the paddock, so that you can you can sort of judge it yourself.
PK asks, gents, where is the next NIOA hunting trip? Like I said, I think next week we're going up. We're just doing a little small.
Somewhere local.
Somewhere local.
But look, PK, we're open to suggestions. We really are. We were discussing while we were eating our hamburgers tonight.
I'm trying to find us a hunting trip to the Maldives. Somewhere there would be good. Yeah, but we're not too sure what we're going to do. But we'll keep you in touch.
Yeah, we'll take suggestions. If there's anything out there, let us know.
SDI Custom goes, I want Keith's shirt.
Well, you know what? If you were to buy one of these, I think that's a loophole product, isn't it?
That is a loophole product.
That would put
and
you
we're going
in
to
the
be
running.
talking about that later tonight because of the Loophole Savage Ultimate Hunter giveaway. You could buy a shirt. I don't know what they sell for.
I think it's called a distressed reticle tee, that one.
Is
That's
it?
what they call it. Yeah.
There you go.
And listen, I've got to be honest, SDI Custom, that's not you're not the first person that wants Keith's shirt either. All right.
Digital Emily.
Great, we are going to HR tomorrow.
That's right.
Righto. Okay, are we done with the eye aimings?
I think so.
All right,
That's it.
perfect. All right, no more questions on that.
Can we move them?
Let's move them.
Righto.
Here we go. Right. Ah. Are we still on? We're still live. How are we going on, people? People still visiting us? Digital Emily? Awesome. That's cool. All right, keep those questions coming through. Don't forget, we've got a nice merch pack to give away. We've got a few little things to give away there, so it's going to be pretty good. But listen, we've got a little bit of good news. Would you call it good news?
Oh, it's great news.
Well,
but it's still only a little bit. Yeah.
anyway, let's talk small pistol primers.
If we have to, Matthew.
Let's do it, okay? Because I can tell the people out there, they want to know about these things, right?
I'm surprised
Brad?
we haven't got the question yet.
Well, we haven't got the question. I think they lost all hope after months of us telling them they're not available. Guess what? We've got a small quantity. Is that correct, Brad?
That is correct.
Take us through it, mate. What do we got?
Look, it's the problem hasn't rectified itself. There's still going to be a shortage in primers. Don't get me wrong, but there's some light at the end of the tunnel, and maybe a few early Christmas presents for people because we have managed to source a small quantity of small pistol primers.
Right. So let's talk pistol primers. Are we looking at getting a small quantity of federal small pistol primers?
Small quantity.
Are we getting a small quantity of CCI small pistol primers?
A little bit more than the federal.
And are we going to get some Remington small pistol
More
primers?
again.
Well, hey?
Okay, so
Hey, you're welcome.
yeah, look, it still won't cover back orders. I'll be honest with that. And the amount we're getting, it's a large amount, but still won't cover what's on order with our dealer network. Look, we landed a few last month that went out just as quick. We've got another shipment sitting on the wharf now. Hopefully have it next week, unloaded and out the week after. And then another one in December. And providing we can get that through before the Christmas break, there'll be more in that and we can get it out. But they're all taken,
But that means they're out at gun shops.
Well, they won't fill every gun shop.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. And I apologise for those guys that might miss out. But, we do it fairly here at NIOA. And, first in, best dressed for allocation. And same when we get them in, they just go to the people at the top of the queue. As those people get theirs, people move up. And the cycle will work. Everyone will get a fair share. I can't tell you who will get some out of this, but if you're desperate and need small pistol primers, I suggest just ringing around a few of your local stores over the next week or so and just see if there's any floating around.
Yeah, so STI Custom is obviously just completely enamoured with Keith's shirt, and he's wanting to know if it's purchasable from the local dealer.
Certainly is. Yeah, I don't know whether they have one, but I'm confident we've got them here in the warehouse. So, and they'll be on our dealer portal, so the dealer would be able to find that, take a snapshot of the TV with Keithy's shirt, and walk in there tomorrow and say, "This is what I want."
Hang on a second, take a snapshot now. There we go. Perfect. All right, take that into the dealer.
There you go.
All right, Chris Martin's asking, he's pleased that...
I was going to ask, yeah. So.
PK asks, gents, any idea when Ruger Marlin will bring out a stainless 336?
Yeah, no sort of. Yeah, that's a good question, but no idea, PK. Look, we're still a long way from getting our standard blue marlins in yet. So, look, they released a new marlin overnight. They released a new.
Did they?
Yeah. They released a new 4570 dark a few weeks ago. So there's new models, always starting to trickle through. I won't lie to you all, it'll still be quite a few years until they've caught up with production and we fill all our orders here in Australia.
Okay. Oh, no, that's
And
fair
I
enough.
finally get some parts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah, just to knock those up,
Yeah,
Okay.
it's coming. It's coming, Dave.
Very good. Rightio. Well, we got to go to the next slide, digital Josh, so we can get the next lot of firearms in. Let's do that. We can do it now. Keithy, just down behind there, mate. There we go. Oh, so we've got another question there. Are you talking in the millions of primers or 100,000-ish?
The number sounds big, but
look,
when it comes to the demand,
I am talking in the millions, but it's smaller compared to what what we need. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, millions. There we go. We'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Yep, perfect. Well, team, tell you what, this is exciting because as some of you I get a free hug from Keith too, or do I have to fight Digital Emily? Well, I got to say, you're probably going to have to fight Digital Emily. Actually, no, I think Digital Emily will let you go for it.
I'm sure you'll have no trouble there.
Listen, at the start of the year, you may or may not have heard that NIOA, a completely Australian-owned company, purchased Barrett Firearms. Probably the leader in long range.
You bet it is.
And so even with everything going on in the world at the moment, you can imagine the popularity of the Barrett rifles and the Barrett systems. But obviously, being an owner has some benefits, and the benefit is that we do have some Barretts here in Australia.
We do.
And of course, tonight we're going to be talking about the Barrett Emrad. Now, Brad, come on. What does Emrad stand for?
Oh, it's quite long.
Come on. Go on. Go.
No, Matthew,
You've got the cap on, you should know.
I know, but you're
It
going to
starts with multi.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
you have to help me.
multi-role adaptive design.
There you go, that's
Emrad.
it. There you go.
Okay, so mate, what have we got here in front of us?
Emrads.
I know they're in Emrad.
Yeah, look,
Take us through the variations.
well, they're all the same apart from barrel length. So,
Well, you can get different colours.
well, you can, but we've got both black ones here.
Look, thank you, Digital Josh.
Thank you. Yeah, look, Emrads. It's pretty well I'd like to say their flagship rifle.
I would
Oh,
think
very
so.
much
I think so.
so,
Yeah,
yeah.
they make a few different models, but
M107A1.
82A1, 99s.
And they do quite a few that we're not allowed to play with.
Correct.
Here.
Correct.
Yep.
Like those ones we just mentioned. But look, these Emrads.
G'day,
yeah.
Brent. Welcome.
Oh,
Sorry, mate.
I can't see over the top of the Emrad. Yeah. Anyway, look, these guns are really good. They've been really hard to get for a long time. The dramas through COVID, the production, the capacity restraints at Barrett, because demand was just through the roof. So there was up to a 3 or 4 year wait for us to get guns from Barrett into the domestic market. Look, they're still not easy. They don't come overnight, but we get a little bit better allocation with them now. But look, these are a fantastic gun.
3 barrel lengths.
3 barrel lengths, 17-inch in your 308. Well, actually, before we go to the barrel lengths, let's go to calibers. They make 7 calibers in these, right?
Oh, take us through those.
338 lap, 338 Norma, 300 Norma, 300 Win, 300 PRC, 308 Win, 65 Creedmoor.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was Brad Johnson.
And Matt can count. So,
He had to use his fingers. Lucky they don't have 12, he would have had to kick a shoe
can I
off.
say, he's in marketing, mate. He can colour in, but he can't kill. I can tell you that. So 7 calibers. Look, all your big stuff, the high 30 cal, 338 stuff, that's all 26-inch barrels. Your 308s, you're getting 24. Your 65 Creedmoors, you're getting 24. But the 308s also do a 17-inch carbine as well. You can get them in 3 Cerakoted versions, FDE, grey.
Don't forget Greg.
Yeah, Greg. And the black. Look, the MRADs are a folding stock, so unfortunately they're restricted in a couple of states in Australia, but open everywhere else. The good thing about these MRADs is you can change the barrels out. And so we actually have conversion units here in stock now as well.
Conversion
So
kits, yep.
I'll probably let Keith being the gunsmith, he knows a little bit more about what's needed when you're swapping
Come on,
barrels over and how you do it. But you can effectively buy an Emrad and 2 conversion units and have 3 calibers in the one gun. So they're a really good setup, aren't they, Keith?
They are. Look, solid aluminium chassis, upper and lower. Emrad magazine, Emrad trigger in there. Now, there's a couple of triggers available for them. It's an AR style pistol grip on these, so there's a multitude of aftermarket pistol grips for them. The standard Emrad muzzle brake on there. Now, these things, remembering they're in contract with the US Defence Force as a sniper rifle, so the configuration of these is very much a tactical style rifle.
Correct.
The muzzle brake that these are supplied with to our civvy market over here, it still has the same suppressor type arrangement on there to adapt the Barrett suppressor. They have a tapered pick rail right across the top there, 10mm angle on that. A beautiful little poly sleeved bolt design makes them super smooth, and it probably is one of the big factors that separates them from other rifles. You fill this thing with dust and mud and grime, and it is still butter smooth.
It's what makes them the world's choice, really, for the law enforcement and military.
Absolutely, and now they're becoming a little bit more accessible here in Australia. Some of our forces have also are starting to look at them more. So as far as a barrel conversion, if we were to convert this 338 Lapua to a 308, for example, it's simply 2 little hex keys up the front here to release that barrel, remove the barrel, a little button under the stock here folds it wide open. So it folds it open like an AR-15 type arrangement. The upper and lower hinges from this front pivot pin. Then you can remove the bolt, slide your new bolt assembly in to match your next barrel, drop your barrel in, close that bolt, lock up those 2 screws, and you're back in the game. So it's a very, very fast rifle to adapt to, hence the name, to whatever your hunting discipline or target discipline in our case, more so in the defence case, whatever their mission may be. But look, I have had the pleasure of shooting a few of these in various calibers, and honestly, I don't think I've shot a more accurate rifle than them. They are very ergonomic to operate, and the accuracy is just outstanding.
Yeah.
I haven't shot anything like it.
Brad and I shot the Emrad configuration for the US Army when we were overseas for the Loophole.
The Mark 22.
Yeah, the Mark 22.
Yeah, the Mark 22. That's the contract scope for the US military at the moment. They are available to us here in Australia. Quite expensive. They are really something out of the box. They come with you get the Mark 22, which is basically an Emrad as well, but with 2 barrel conversion units in it. So 3 calibers, 308, 300 Norma, 338 Norma in the one box. 15 magazines. Look, it's
and we've sold one too,
mate. That was a real milestone moment for us here in Australia.
Yeah,
we were
incredible.
really happy. Yeah.
And we've photographed that kit too. Like, it's value for money.
Oh yeah, exactly right.
You get a lot
Exactly
for
right.
it.
And look, I just see a question there. Was it Sergio again? Some versions coming from New South Wales. Look, they make an Emrad SMR, very exactly the same as that, but with a fixed stock. So that is suitable for New South Wales. Look, we haven't got them yet. They're a little bit harder to manufacture, believe it or not, because they're not. They're not an interchangeable barrel in the SMRs. SMR stands for single mission rifle, so it's 1 caliber and 1 caliber only. They're a little bit cheaper, but they come with that fixed stock, so they're suitable for New South Wales. Look, we probably won't see any of them until 2024 though.
The Sesh man wants to know, did they blow your beard off? And the mow is all that's left.
No, mate, it's getting warm up here in Queensland, so just a time for a change.
Yeah, so Gosman, I know you would have bought yourself one, but the nanny state rules won't allow you. But will they allow a fixed stock? If so, save your pennies and get yourself one of the SMRs.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
PK is asking, sorry, this is a little bit off topic, but PK, gents, I've got a Ruger Marlin SBL. Sorry, can we just scroll that back down? Digital M's. Thank you. Ruger Mullen SBL 4570. Any recommendations for a scope for pig hunting? I was thinking the Leupold 1.5 to 5 VX3. Actually, it makes a good lure pole.
How about to say, you want to go fishing at the same
If
time?
you want to go fishing with it, mate, you
Buy
make sure
one
you
of
check
them.
that video out.
Yeah.
But pig shoot,
Perfect.
why wouldn't you?
Perfect.
Hey?
Perfect scope for that. Yeah.
Excellent. Biggest Thickest is asking about the Barrett Fieldcraft. How's the supply? So, do we know where they're at the moment?
Well, look, the Barrett Fieldcraft, I know they're talking about it. You know, they used to make it many years ago. It sort of, I didn't go off the boil, but they put it aside because they had bigger contracts with military forums. Look, all I can say is I think they'll come back one day. When they do, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
Barretts are a lot like primers at the moment. They're hard to get.
That's right.
And they've just had to put the Fieldcraft on the back burner, well, especially to fill contracts that they've signed with these guys. So, I mean, we're very fortunate here in Australia, being that we bought the company. Now we have access to these rifles above other people. But it's going to be a while before we see the Fieldcraft again.
And what I think is really interesting, if you actually sit down to think about it, these rifles are Australian owned.
Yeah, that's pretty
Think
cool.
about
100%.
that.
Yep.
So we've got a competitor out there made with an Australian made rifle, but I don't think it's Australian owned, is it?
No, it's not.
Well,
No.
ultimately it's not. But anyway, but it's nice to know that these are Australian owned.
Correct. Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. Look, we've got wrapped this thing up. So can we go to the Leupold and Savage Ultimate Hunter giveaway, and we'll bring those rifles out because guess what? We are getting to the pointy end of this this competition, and what's really exciting is that we've got absolutely hundreds of entries. Hundreds of entries. I'd almost say just over 1,000 entries.
Wow!
It's
that's
pretty
great.
impressive.
Will you wait till STI Custom, you'll buy a full
Oh,
wardrobe?
well,
at
he's
least.
buying 4
There'll be
t-shirts.
there'll be a
4
dozen
times,
entries there.
Earlier this year, Brad and I, after SHOT Show, we went to the Savage factory. We built our own rifles. We then went to the Leupold factory. We built our own scope. We then went out to the Leupold range at Madras, and we shot these out to over 1,000 yards. For someone like myself, who's not really a long distance shooter, it was an incredible experience. Brad just pipped me. Make sure you watch the video.
Just pipped him.
Just pipped me.
Only just.
We're giving these away at December 7th. We're doing the draw for the
Next live stream.
The next live stream. We're gonna give these away.
If you've entered and you've still got time to enter,
Yeah.
you've still got 2 more weeks.
So entries close midnight, November 30. So you've got 2 weeks. You've got to buy yourself either a Leupold product, and like I said, that could be a scope, that could be a flip cover, that could be a t-shirt,
T-shirt,
that could be
cap.
some of their eyewear,
A vest?
a vest. It could be anything. Visit our website, upload your receipt in 25 words or less. Tell us which model you'd like and why, and we're going to get our legal team to choose the best one, and we're going to give them away.
Correct.
So don't delay. This is your last chance to win. What would you say the combined value of these would be, Brad?
$13,000.
Really?
These are an expensive package. They really are.
Yep.
So there's a lot of value sitting on this table, and it's somebody's to win.
Proof barrel?
Yes. Leupold VX5 HD scopes.
Yeah.
Like the scopes are probably $2,000 each, and the guns are probably four and a bit. So
3 to 15 by 44s.
yep.
CDS dials.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, I reckon for the winners, we'll even burn their dials from. What do you reckon?
Yeah, sure.
Easy.
Yeah,
We'll do that. So please get into your local gun shop, all right? And make sure you get something either Leupold or Savage and enter, because there's not much time left. And I'll tell you what, it's a good chance to win. So get in there.
Yeah, and make sure you tune in on the 7th, hey?
Oh.
Because, there'd be nothing worse than not watching and seeing your name come up. You want to watch it and see your name come up in a live, don't you?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. All right, so let's see what else we got here. The PTA for my Savage 110 Tactical got approved today. Just have to wait to the end of the month to get it. Stoked. Good on you, Brett.
Nice.
Coffers, well done, guys. If this was about what we could have in WA, it'd be a 5-minute show.
We try and embellish for your coffers, don't worry.
We feel for you,
I
mate.
tell you what,
we try and embellish.
I tell you what, this show is just dedicated to to the men and women who love to shoot. And I tell you what, WA, you have been doing it tough. We are thinking of you in this time, but don't hold back, WA. Make sure that you fight tooth and nail as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter which state that you go in, people don't like us enjoying our sport and they want to fight it. And I tell you what, there is no more, I think, persecuted group than the Australian licensed firearm owner. Whether the hoops that we have to jump through so that we can enjoy our sport and be passionate about the things that we enjoy, whether it be hunting or target shooting or anything like that. And people are just completely making it difficult for that to happen. So WA, we're thinking of you at this time, and we're also advocating for you through other different channels. But, you know, Brad and I, we've just come down from the Northern Territory, and it's just a completely different vibe up there, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So
Big shout out to the NT guys.
yeah,
cheers,
people.
NT.
yeah, we love you guys up in NT. So enjoy the videos and everything. Oh, we've got to give away a prize.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yep.
Bring it back over here. Righto. Have we got a winner, Digital Emily? Potentially. Hang on, you keep the people busy. I'm gonna go see what we got.
I will. Keithy, how have we got? Now, we were going to offer something extra special. On this.
Well, whoever wins this prize, I will happily laser engrave your name or whatever you'd like on the
Initials?
name,
Nickname?
whatever you please.
Well, probably not whatever you please. We've got limitations. But
Some limitations.
But, you know, we can personalise it just for you.
Yeah, for sure. It's a good prize. Good little kit.
Good little kit. So they're still choosing, Keithy. I think this could go a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
Yep.
Look, someone commented earlier that how do I get a job with NIOA? The unfortunate side of having a job with NIOA is that you cannot enter this competition because it is an absolute ball terror of a competition, and I'd love to be part of it. I can't justify the price of one of these rifles, but I've seen how they shoot, and geez, I'd love to be in this.
The great thing about this is we shot these over in the States. Unbelievable. We got them back here. We shot them here. Unbelievable. You shot them. And you thought, yeah.
They even make you look good.
I know.
That's a big thing.
That is not easy. I can tell you right now.
That is not.
But listen, we've got a winner.
Yes.
And that winner is Lewis Pacalis or something.
Good on you, Louis.
Pacalis.
So, Louis, get into you can either send an email to marketing@nia.com.au or send us a DM on Facebook or something like that. Just get in touch with us. And, mate, we'll get this prize pack out to you. What do you say? You reckon you might engrave something?
Yeah, for sure. Let us know, Louis, what you want on it. Yeah.
All right. Saddle up, team, because I tell you what, next month we're giving this prize away. It is going to be the biggest live stream of 2023. So make sure you're on board December 7th. And we look forward to checking. What are we looking forward to? Seeing you next time. Not checking. We look forward to seeing you next time on NIOA TV.